Morning, El Camino. It's Pastor Bruce. I have just finished listening to a lecture by Dr. James Tour, who is a synthetic organic chemist. Those are his degrees and his PhD, and the list is long, but needless to say, he is a world-renowned chemist and lecturer and teacher. He doesn't write books, but he's published just hundreds of papers, and it's a long list. You can look him up, and it's actually quite fun. But this lecture that I just listened to him, he was talking about the cell. And so I'm showing you a picture of the cell. And it's, by definition, here's what they say. They say the cell is the basic structure, functional and biological unit of all known organisms. It is the smallest unit of life, and they refer to it as the cell is the building block of life. Interesting, and it's interesting. You know, I remember taking science class in biology, and we looked at the cell and all those kinds of things. But it's interesting. He says, as you go through here, he says, you know, for it being the foundation of life, the smallest unit of life, the building block of life, and the basic structural, functional, biological unit of all known life. He says what's fascinating as a synthetic organic chemist is that to this day, we really are kind of clueless about the cell. We can label it and name it, and we can watch it function. His point was to say, we can't make one. We play with the chemicals. We know what the basics are. We get that. The basic chemical mechanisms of the cell, the carbohydrates, the nucleic acids, the lipids, the proteins, we get it. He goes, you can take those 4 elements, he goes, but no one has ever in all the years actually made one. He goes, well, we play with it, we take pieces out, we play around, we inject it in different things. He goes, but you can't take the basics of it, or no one has, and make it. It's just beyond. It's the basic block of life. It made me think of Psalm 139, verse 14. It says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. Down at our very center, at the very basic level of life, fearfully and wonderfully made, we just scratch the surface. We don't really understand it. It's beyond. When we look at it, we search it, and we want to do experiments and learn all we can about it, and that's a great thing. But in the end, it's God who put it all together. By the way, if you read the notes up here, it says it would require a sheet of about 10,000 human cells to cover the head of a pin. It's pretty crazy. Well, that's my encouragement. Trust in the God who has made you fearfully and wonderfully. See you soon, church. Bye.